Okay, so let's look at other segments of agriculture, poultry, animal husbandry, fishery, of course other crops such as cassava, yam, maize, cocoa, rubber, cotton, groundnut.
Yes.
So are the segments of agriculture getting, the desired attention at all?
There have been a minimal increase in cocoa production when you look at a 5-year trend, arising from the southwest region, saying that they want to encourage cocoa production. I foresee that the Eastern Bloc will also want to encourage oil produce. So it means that it's not just the federal government alone that should really handle all these commodities you are talking about, but the states too should really be found to be really involved in them. After all, these production activities take place at the state level. If you look at some other commodities, cassava, I must say that in the past, cassava had been really so much encouraged to produce. But we found out that the demand had lowered down because of the lack of processing activities that need to take place, and therefore increase the value addition in cassava. We used to talk about cassava flour, but the various bakers have not really been carried along to encourage them to take cassava flour along with the wheat flour for our bread, and as well as other conventionaries. So proper education needs to take place. Capacity building needs to take place, as well as even development activities at the universities, at the secondary school levels, at the polytechnics need to take place for them to say that, for us to say that yes, these people will like to go into agriculture and produce X, Y, Z. Of course, the importation of fish has been increased over the years. And of course, the importation of, is it stockfish or panla, which you call oporoko or so in some places, had also been increased. And that means that we need to do more work in the area of aquaculture and fisheries farms. If you look at the other commodities, such as sorghum, such as cotton, in fact, cotton is almost dead in this country. And I believe that the northern states should really take this one as a major task, because their land is so good. We have comparative advantage in the production of cotton, except for a few areas in Ogun State and some areas along at the top of Ebonyi State. It's basically produced in the north. And so the northern bloc, the various governors, should really take proper action in terms of increasing cotton production. And when you do that, it minimizes the various raw materials that are used for textiles. It reduces the textile cost. It increases employment. So it is not only the federal government that should really take this in as a matter of policy and action, but also the state government. Of course, the local government is almost dead, partly because the state governments did not allow them to grow. But if you now encourage even the local governments, where they have the land, and you allocate about 100, 150 hectares of land for interested farmers, for would-be investors, then it increases the level of production. It increases the level of processing, and the quality will be there in terms of monitoring and in terms of even release of funds to them, because they know the people that are really real farmers, rather than just the foreign farmers that people have been talking about to be getting the money.
Okay, so what is the status of our commodity exchange? How will it benefit the agricultural sector?
The issue of commodity exchange is a very topical issue, because so many factors are involved in terms of, one, the price of each input that we use for the various commodities. Two, in terms of the output price. If you look at the various input prices, the cost is so enormous. And so the output prices then will have to go up. Particularly so when even labor is becoming so scarce now, because we have high level of rural-urban migration of the youths. By the time people have just ordinary school cert, they go straight to town. So the commodity exchange program will only succeed by the time we are very sure about the local production, the various activities needed for the production, and the marketing. Okay. That's when the commodity exchange program will
All right, just before I let you go, Professor, what's your view about ranching as a solution to the herders' crisis?
It's sine qua non. We don't have any other alternative other than ranching. In the sense that if you just let loose the various cattle, they destroy, they consume the crops that people are producing. But crop farmers should not be substituting the inputs that other farmers are using. And so it's when you have appropriate ranching in place, that's when there will be peace. That's when even the animals themselves will grow lots of weight faster than just roaming about.
More.
And they will, yes. And two, it is really necessary for the various states, even in the South, to key to the issue of ranching and give them land, but not colony. If you colonize a place, it means that you are saying that you are dominating the place. But let it be ranching. Let the various cattle farmers pay for it, and they are going to get enormous benefits from it.
All right, thank you very much for your time, Professor. Professor Bola Okuneye is an environmental economist at the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. Well, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll look at today at the equities market with a pre-open market analysis. To stay with us.